Welcome to Verbal Diary, the podcast, with your hosts Si Joblin and James Norton. Strap yourself in for the rants and bants.
Mr. Jobling.
Mr. Norton, how are we doing?
Welcome to Verbal Diary.
Hello.
Hello. How are we doing?
We're doing pretty good, I think.
Yeah?
Considering. Yeah, it's late at night and I'm still awake. This is weird.
What time is it? It's not that late.
It's late enough for me, fella.
It's just about the time I'd normally start getting ready to go out.
This is when you wake up.
Ideally.
Not going to happen.
Bit of a night owl, me. Bit of a night owl.
We know, we've talked about this before.
I know. I must tell you though, I slept so well last night, I don't know if I'm going to fall asleep tonight.
Oh, really?
So I might go out on town.
On town?
On town. And have a party and a boogie. Then again, I'm old, so I might not.
You're not that old.
I'm old enough.
You're old, I think you're similar age to me, so yeah, you are old.
Yeah, but you're only as old as you feel, and I feel old.
Oh, well, here we go. Terrible jokes time.
That wasn't a joke.
Old as you feel. It's just a number anyway. Who cares?
It is just a number, but yeah, anyway.
I just can't keep up, huh?
So how's your week been?
The week, what's been going on in Jobling Manor? Good question.
Jobling Manor?
Jobling Manor.
Very good.
That's what the team call it. So every time they see me on a video call, you're in a different room, you're in a different setting, what's going on? How many rooms do you have?
What room are you in tonight? Is it the drawing room? Is it the front room? Is it the servant quarters?
The colouring in room, otherwise known as the drawing room / dining room.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Oh. And it's recently been decorated, to be fair. I said in the last 3 months, I think. So, yeah. We've gone for a different decor in here now. I'm very.
Is it me, or did you have lots of pictures on the wall?
Yes, we do still. And I think before we turned off video, you could see quite a few behind me as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, I think we should let people in on this, really. We turned off the video of our call that we're currently on because basically you don't have enough bandwidth to send video over the internet.
No, we only have
real
the
time.
28 kilobits baud rate on our internet in the north.
Yeah, but the challenge that I'm having is right now you're breaking up.
Yes, me too. Luckily, we're recording locally, so this will not affect anyone who's listening.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Seriously, this could be a challenging one because I actually can't hear you.
This could be pretty difficult. Really, that bad?
Well, I can sort of hear you, but basically what you sound like is
That's just me. That's nothing to do with the internet.
What?
Is it seriously gone that bad?
There's no way I can podcast against this. It's too.
I don't know what to do. There's nowhere else I can go with decent internet.
So I'm assuming it's not your Wi-Fi that's the problem.
It will be my Wi-Fi. We've recently changed and it's gone really shit.
So why is
Sky are crap.
Yeah, but so hold on, lad, hold on. What I mean is it the connection to the router that's bad, or is it the connection from the router to the internet?
This is the router that's the problem, and I haven't got a spare.
Where's your router?
It's within light distance, but we've got thick walls.
You need to get closer to your router, son.
I know, but the audio will be terrible in there. I've got the dog next to me, and no, there's no doors to that room.
What sort of 2-bit mansion are you living in?
It's a walk-through room. It's one of the hallways.
Okay.
Seriously, it's going to be a problem. This is why I struggle at doing it at home as well.
What about tethering? Try tethering.
Tethering what?
Tether to your phone, son.
Do you think I've got 3G up here?
Oh, well, how many Gs have you got?
I'm lucky to get 2. So
You're lucky
my
to
mobile,
get 2? Okay.
I'm going to turn Wi-Fi off. Let's see what I've got. Oh, it says 4G, but 1 bar.
So you got 4 of the Gs, but just not many of the.
Just very few bars on the 4Gs.
This could be our greatest episode ever, just discussing how to fix your internet. This is Verbal Diary, the tech support episode.
I'll tell you how you fix this problem is you don't live up north.
Well, that's how you fix a lot of problems. But what have you considered a mesh network? If it's the
What, sorry?
Wi-Fi that's the issue?
I don't know what that means.
Ah, oh, right. So, a mesh network is one with multiple access points, basically,
Right.
where the
He's gone.
access points act as one Wi-Fi network, and they have what is known as a separate backhaul.
Okay.
So the connection between the access points is separate to the connection from your devices to the access point. So it's very, very fast. So I am currently sitting in my kitchen, the dining room area. My main Wi-Fi router is in the lounge. I am currently connected to our second access point on our mesh network, which is in this room. And the two access points are connected to each other via a dedicated backhaul. And despite it being, peak internet usage time, I am currently running at. I'm just speed testing. I am currently getting 210 meg down, 215, and that is going over the backhaul as well. So it's wirelessly connecting the two access points together.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I don't have thick walls.
I do.
And a mesh network is a little bit unnecessary in my house from one perspective because it's not that big. But I have to have the router right down one corner of the house. And my bedroom is right in the other corner of the house, and we get no Wi-Fi up there.
Okay.
So that's why I went for a mesh system.
I may have to do some further research on this because, as I say, our property is poor for any Wi-Fi. And as I say, I think the router is the main problem. However, when you give me your speed test results there, I did one when we switched, and it did get faster, but only up to 70 meg a second.
What are you getting right now? Do a speed test right now.
I don't want to upset Al.
No, go on your laptop, speedtest.net or whatever it is.
I'm doing a speed test. Bear in mind, this is Wi-Fi in a different room, and let's go. Calculating, connecting. So the ping was 11 milliseconds. Download is at approximately. Oh dear. You don't want to know what this result is.
Well, what's your download?
When it's finished, I'm going to tell you the average was 5 megasecond.
5.
5. And the upload is hovering around the 13, 14, 15 mark.
No. You've got, that's not a Wi-Fi problem. That's an internet problem. Because you should at the minimum you match your upload. Because the Wi-Fi's got unlimited connection in two directions. Yeah, it's the broadband that's limited by upload. No, that's not a. That doesn't sound like a Wi-Fi router problem. That sounds like a what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. If you've switched to Sky, they need to send someone out to actually have a look at that.
Well, because we're in the first week of changing, they did say that speeds can be affected.
That's such bullshit.
So I'm going to give it a couple of weeks. Give it like till next Friday when it's 2 weeks.
That's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. Because what happens is
I smell bullshit, to be honest.
Is that they plug you in? How can the speeds be different after they just plug you in? And the thing is that what they're doing there is they're saying, hopefully you'll go away. That's what they're hoping, is that you're just going to go away.
Oh, really?
But anyway. So whilst we're talking, should we actually do a podcast, or should we?
Definitely try. Yes.
Right. So far, I think that made a great intro to the podcast.
Yep.
So your week's been okay. Let's
yeah.
Keep going. Any highlights this week
what
for
have
you?
we been up to? Oh dear, I'm trying to think. There's been a lot of illness in the family, which I won't go into too much.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's just, I think it's this time of year. My wife had a terrible back last week as well. It felt like a disc had popped out.
Ooh. Did you push it
not
back
nice. She pushed it back in. Not much going on, to be honest. It's been pretty uneventful in that sense. Can't think of much.
I suppose that's good.
Yeah, it could be seen as good. It's that time of year, though, isn't it? It's just there's not much happening. We've had the peak of the Christmas festivities, and then we get into the reality of work again, and you're thinking, yeah, need to sort of start arranging holidays and working out when the next good thing's going to happen.
Cool. Sounds good.
How about you, sir?
Yeah, it's certainly been a week.
Oh, really?
I just don't know what's really happened. I actually have to look in the diary. Oh yeah, we went back to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My calendar is full. Yes.
It's been a very mundane week, if I'm honest.
Exactly.
Except for yesterday, which was good fun. I went to see the final of the Snooker Masters at Ali Pali yesterday.
Wonderful.
Which was good fun. It's good fun.
Who was playing? Was it Sullivan again?
It wasn't the best game I've ever seen, but yeah, it was Ronnie against Judd Trump, and Ronnie got smashed up.
Oh, wow. Trump got beaten. Wonderful.
No, Ronnie got smashed up.
Oh, no. Really?
Trump
That's
won.
poor. No, not again.
Trump? He never wins.
No, not that Trump.
Oh, the other Trump. Oh, well, it was nice to see a Trump
Trump
in the news that wasn't, all negative. But anyway, let's not get bogged down in politics.
I don't want to be political, but...
But the I've lost my train of thought. Oh yes, I was at the snooker. So that's it really. That's it.
Very good. Nice.
So I think we should. I think we should dive straight in.
Let's get into it.
First of all, though, I'm going to interrupt my own thought.
Go on.
Do you realise we've kept our promise of recording weekly?
We have so far. Yeah, we're on 100% conversion
for recording.
Oh yes, true.
We haven't actually released it yet.
No,
but,
this needs just a bit of a admin to get live.
I'm very proud of us.
I know, we've done it. We stuck to the commitment. We've done it.
I know. We can retire happy now. So anyway, should we get on?
Let's do it.
Verbal Diary with Cy and James.
So, as per the new format,
Mm-hmm.
It's time for the article of the week.
This so needs another jingle.
And it's your turn this week, Mr. Joblin. What goodness have you got for me?
Well. I was looking through what I've been link sharing on Twitter over the last week. Nothing really stood out too much, but I did have a blog post in the makings. I've been playing with this one for a week or so. So I hit the publish button, and I thought this would be a good topic to discuss with you, maybe.
Ooh.
I know. So I don't know if you spotted this tonight when it posted.
No. Link me up, son. Link me up.
I will link you on our private chat window, and you can have a scan. But effectively, this is all about the joy of missing out. Hashtag JOMO. JOMO. And
have you got enough bandwidth to send me a message?
It's just gone. It should come in now.
Sorry, it was too an easy pop.
It was a low blow, but it was very clever. Well done. So
okay.
Yes,
JOMO.
I've sent you a link to my article, my blog about JOMO. And it's something that I've been considering for the last couple of months anyway. I was reading some stuff late last year about JOMO and what it's all about. And I do think there's a need for a hard reset on our digital lifestyles and what we should be spending our time on. Personally, I mean, I'm a techie man. I'm online a lot through my job, through my daily habits, and just general habits. And I felt like it's time to put some actions into place to improve my well-being. I just think, what am I actually getting from all these online channels, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the other crap that we're surrounded by. So I've put together it sounds awful, my 5-step plan to embrace JOMO. When I say it out loud, it sounds so much worse.
Your 5-step plan to embrace missing out.
Yes. I mean, it's a lot of buzzword bollocks in there, to be honest.
So what are the steps?
There's 5 elements to this. One is reading more, and I don't mean online stuff. I mean actual printed material. Now that could be non-fiction. So I've recently just got a new Wired subscription, and that's nice. I can just pick up an actual magazine and read that in my own time. I've got newsletters that I subscribe to, printed newsletters. So it's not just a case of email subscriptions or anything like that. Doing a lot more non-fiction. I've got some nice books for Christmas. And then I've been also going around a lot of charity shops, picking up old books that I always thought I should have read. So yeah, I'm making the most of that. I'm writing more. So as I've said, I've blogged about this, and I want to make sure I keep doing that. Getting rid of all the noise. So on Twitter, I've got around 900 odd accounts that I follow. It was ridiculous. I don't know why it got so bad. So I'm making sure I'm cutting that right back to a manageable amount. And then just getting rid of all the temptations as well. So deleting apps, my phones and my devices. So I can't even access things. Final one was just get out more, spend time with the family and enjoy the people I have around me rather than looking online and then just getting angry with people saying stuff that I don't want to hear. So yeah, that is my article.
So
Now
you've deleted.
You probably want to read this.
You've deleted Tweetbot.
I have. Well, no, I haven't deleted Tweetbot. I've taken it out of my dock because it's always been one of my favorite apps. So I've pushed it to I think it's the fifth screen on my phone. I don't need to know it's there. It's just there for emergencies or when I am actually really bloody bored.
For emergencies.
Yeah, emergencies.
What sort of emergency would then you go, hold on, I need Tweetbot?
It could be like if I was publishing a piece like this and people are asking me questions about it. So I don't want to be able to not be able to get online to respond to that. I don't want to be rude, but I don't want to be consuming too much. I'm trying to reduce. I don't want to look at my feed much now. I just want to respond to people that actually speak to me. So it's maybe not a full on 100% cut everything out, but it's getting rid of all the shit that just brings so much misery and.
It's not really an emergency,
angst.
Is it?
Not an emergency. Wrong choice of words.
Okay. This is really good. I've enjoyed scanning through your article.
I'll be curious to get some feedback from people like yourself and people that, like us, live online quite a lot and see how they feel about it, if they want to do something about it.
I mean, I think this is a very admirable thing to do. You've sparked a thought that I don't think you'll enjoy.
Go on.
But I'm going to give you the thought anyway. I have a funny thing that I've been thinking for really quite some time. So I think it's great. You want to reduce engagement in certain things you see as negative, for want of a better way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to feel free to not be involved in everything 100% of the time. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Great. Why does it need like a name? Why does it need a brand? Jomo. And this isn't. I don't mean this as like a crack at what you've written at all, because I think it's very nice. I think people should go and read your blog post, and reblog it and share it and make sure that no one misses out. But why? Just in general, everything seems to need a brand, and we all seem to be going to these sort of more extremes. So you're like, well, I'm happy to. I want to try and disconnect a little bit. So you've come up with this very sensible 5-step plan, but it's I don't know. That's just something I wonder these days. What do you think?
What, around the phrase of it and like you say, the brand, I guess.
Yeah, why does it need a brand?
I don't think it needs a brand. It worked for me, to be honest. I'd never heard of this Jomo thing until I think someone posted it on. I think it was on the Trello blog last year. But it caught my attention, and that's why I think it works. It's just like you've heard that FOMO acronym all the time. Now you've got the JOMO acronym to combat that. You probably shouldn't need this stuff, and I think people have been considering this sort of stuff for a few years now anyway without the acronym, but now it's got something to kind of encapsulate it and bring it all together with a little bit of a novelty factor. It helps. I mean, my blog posts, I've actually used an image of Joy from Inside Out because I like that image of her as well. You can see that delight in her face and the fact she's free and she can do what she wants. But again, it's a novelty. It's a hook, and maybe that helps people catch their attention as well. When I share that link, it will bring that image in as part of the content, and it might engage with people better than if I'd use an image of just some picture of me on a hill and some cliche image pose. It engages, I think, and I think we shouldn't need to do this, but unfortunately, I don't think many people are aware of how bad digital media and social media is getting involved in our lifestyles now. And having something like a novelty like of an acronym might help that.
Fair enough.
It's a fair question though. I don't. You shouldn't need that. But I do think people love a novelty and a a pun, as it were, as well. I'm a big fan of wordplay and puns as well.
Yeah, no. Listen, I think if it works for you, then great, go for it. But I think your 5-step plan is very sensible. So I've been through a phase a few years ago where I committed to reading some more than I hadn't really been into reading for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes up and down, comes in and out. So I'll read a bit here, a bit there. I don't necessarily read consistently, like every day. I went through a period of probably about a year where I was reading about a book a week. And now, in the last 6 months, I've read maybe 2 books. And I'm okay with that. So it comes and goes, which is fine for me. But I think it's really good to read. So absolutely buy that. I know you enjoy writing, so I think that's really cool that you're gonna sort of commit to writing a little bit more. The social thing is good. I've completely exited from Facebook. Not Instagram or WhatsApp. I'm not a purist like that. But I've completely exited from Facebook, and I miss it about never.
Good.
It's just it played no role in my life except to wish people that I hadn't seen for 10 years a happy birthday, and for them to wish me one back. And I have to say, on my birthday this year, I was like, hold on a minute. Surely there should be more people wishing me happy birthday. And I realised that it was 100 people on Facebook, most of whom I hadn't seen for 10 years, and a good chunk of whom I don't remember.
Nice.
So that was great. Quite happy to get that out, and obviously getting out more, great. I'm often accused by my family of having my head stuck in my phone even when I'm out. Maybe I've got a bit of FOMO. Maybe I should get more into the JOMO. But that's cool.
I'd love to see that. I think, the fact that it's a conversation as well. It's not something that I just want to post and then forget about. I will be doing this, and I'd like to have that discussion with other people that are obsessed with their phones. When I see that, I mean, the other part for me is seeing my family at the weekends. So I might be on my phone, and then my wife's also on her phone, and then my son's on his phone, and we're all sat in the living room just looking down at our screens, and it's horrible. Go back 10 years, that would not be happening, and that's the reality. Is scarily, you might not even be 10 years, could probably be even 5 years. That would not have been accepted in society, but we seem to see it as a norm now, and that's what worries me. I just don't like the idea that all our families are only engaged through a WhatsApp chat group. You know, my daughter, she's 6. The other day, she realised, oh, I've got a phone. Daddy, where's my charger gone? And she played around with it, and I knew it would last like 10 seconds, to be honest with her. But the fact that she registered a mobile phone as a thing that she should be using, she's 6. All her friends are in the playground. She sees them every day. They live in the same village. She does not need a device for that sort of stuff. But because she's surrounded by family members and maybe some friends doing it with that peer pressure, I'm really keen to try and squash that down now for at least until she's like 10, maybe. I think why would she need it? She doesn't need a phone before going to secondary school, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I know some people might not agree with me, but I do feel personally quite passionate about this, and that's why I am jumping on this JOMO bandwagon a little bit more than maybe I should. It's something I just want to, bring to the fold and see what other people think about it.
Well, I strongly encourage our listeners to reach out to Simon on Twitter, so he has a Twitter emergency.
Yes, and I have to respond.
Or read the blog and leave a comment, because I think it's a really interesting thing to do, and hopefully you'll give us an update in a week or two, and I'll tell you all the things you've missed out on.
Thank you. I will look forward to a printed version of it.
A printed version, yeah. I'll send smoke signals.
Wonderful. Send me a pigeon.
A pigeon, yeah. Very good.
So there we go. That was article of the week, and let's see what sort of reactions that might feed.
No self-promotion at all in that section of the show.
Sorry about that. I know. Next time I will definitely get something that's not mine.
No. You can definitely use something that's yours.
Good. Noted. Great. So are we done with that segment?
I think we are.
Excellent. Shall we move on to the next segment?
I think we should.
Pause for break.
Verbal Diary with Si and James.
So then, picture of the week. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. This is your turn now. I had my speckled Jim last week, taxidermy. I'm curious what
I need to know
got
the
for
rules.
us.
I need to clarify some rules.
Go for it.
Does it have to be in the last week?
Well, to be fair, if we've got taken the week 2 weeks each, I think we can work you the 2 week window, yeah.
So does it have to be in the last 2 weeks?
Ooh, I think you're safe because it's your first effort. You could probably go back a little bit further.
I've got options. I can do it. I can go back less than 2 weeks.
Go for the one you want to use. You know, it should be.
No, do you know what? I'm going to stick to the rules.
Go on.
I'm going to stick to the rules.
I'd like to keep it within the 2 week window, but if you're struggling, then we'll.
I'm not struggling.
We'll have some exceptions.
I'm just struggling to choose.
Describe your image.
So I'm just going to pick which one because I've actually got 3 from the last 2 weeks that I could discuss with you.
Ooh.
And I think I'm going to go with. So I will share with you afterwards the other 2, but
okay.
I think I'm going to go with this one. So I took this picture. I was in central London. I was, in fact, and we might have to block some people's faces out before we put this on to link this up, because there are other people in this picture that shouldn't be for their own privacy's sake. So we'll do a Street View style blur on their faces. I was in central London, and I was actually just about halfway across our river.
Okay.
Yeah, the big river in central London. You might have
There's some massive river, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
begins
called
with
Thames.
Tyne. No, Thames. That's it.
Actually, I've just cropped the people's faces out, so we're good to go. And I was reflecting as I stood there on modern London, because in this picture you have got a classical view of one of the best-known landmarks in London,
right,
and a modern view of one of the new best-known landmarks in London.
okay.
I'm going to send you this picture. I'm assuming you've got enough bandwidth to receive it.
Well, give me a few hours.
So that's been
as long
sent.
as it's progressive JPEG, we'll be okay.
I don't know. I've just dragged it out of the photo apps straight into our secret private chat.
It's one of those dodgy HEIC formats they've introduced.
Do you have it?
I have it.
You have it?
Yes.
So there are 3 things that I love about this picture. So the first thing is sort of just slightly to the left of centre.
Yep.
Is Tower of London.
Yep.
Well, Tower Bridge.
Tower Bridge. Yep.
Tower
Even I know
Bridge.
that one. Blimey.
Classic landmark. Not as old as some people think. It's only about 130, 140 years old, something like that, I think.
Right.
In fact, when was Tower Bridge built? Let's find out.
Only there's some way to find out.
I know. If only there was. So 1886. So it's about 130 years old, something like that. Was it 140 years old actually?
Yeah.
Classic London landmark. And then just to the left of this, and that's the first thing that I love, is that I think it's just such a great iconic picture. Next one, part of this picture I love, is just on the right, is the Shard.
Yep.
Have you been up the Shard?
I have actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not for only for work benefits at one point.
Right, so I haven't been up the Shard yet. I must do that at some point. I love this just juxtaposition of the classic London and modern London.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I love it, and And I'll tell you the third thing that I love about this picture is I was walking along the Millennium Bridge, and I saw that, and I thought, I really want to take a picture of that. And I took my phone out of my pocket and just really quickly snapped a picture without thinking. And look at that picture.
Look at the quality of that picture.
And it's like, what a great world we live in that, we can snap so easily a picture of, these landmarks. Just as I'm walking across the bridge, I'm not even sure I actually stopped walking while I was taking this picture.
Wow.
Because and how good is technology? And I know that you're actually trying to disconnect from technology a bit, but nonetheless, I think we can all appreciate just how good technology is and how amazing
Absolutely. I'm not
London
faulting
is.
technology, I'm faulting the people's use of it.
Yeah, true. And what an amazing city we are privileged to live in, that we can have these classic landmarks, old and new, sort of alongside each other in the same frame. Really, really filled my heart with joy.
See, you live in London, don't you? Sort of one of the London
yeah.
boroughs. Yeah. So, and how often do you get to enjoy these sort of landmarks?
Sorry, say that again.
How often do you get to enjoy these
you
landmarks?
broke up. Say it again.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
No, you broke up.
Am I completely gone?
Have you gone?
No.
Oh, hello. Right,
Hello.
ask that question again.
Okay. So I'll start again. You can edit that out. So yeah, as someone who's lived in one of the London boroughs for most of your life, I guess, how often do you get to enjoy these sort of landmarks?
Not often these days, because I'm always rushing around, to work, from work, and just don't go to. I mean, this part of London I don't go to very often anymore. I actually went to school just near there, and I never appreciated it when I was at school.
I think it's a common problem with most people. It doesn't really matter where you live; you don't really get to appreciate the things around you so often.
And I didn't even appreciate it in that moment when I took that picture.
Right.
Because I was sort of walking along and I was going somewhere. And I was a little bit later on in that day, I was on the train, and I was looking through the pictures I'd taken, and I saw this one, and I was like, that's when I stopped and appreciated it. And it just filled me with some joy.
That's lovely.
Despite
it's the fact that you captured that moment thinking, that's all right. And then only later you really appreciated it as well. So if you'd have taken more time to compose that image in the moment and take it in at the time, it might not have come out as well, and it wouldn't have meant as much to you either.
Indeed.
Because it was literally an impulse.
Now, it helped that about half an hour before taking the picture, I had eaten most of what I'm about to send you, which was one of my other choices of picture of the week.
Right.
So I've just sent you another picture, and we'll put both of these in the show notes. I'm cheating a bit.
Okay. It's the primary image, though.
This is what I'd just eaten mere moments earlier. Well, half an hour or so earlier, and was rather full of. There you go. It's been sent. It's been delivered.
It's trickling down our local bandwidth. Oh my.
Oh my.
Ooh. Oh my. That has got me rather aroused.
That's wrong.
Just knowing what it would taste like. Wow. In all its glory, are you going to describe what
I'll
you sent me?
describe it. It's a whole spit roast pig.
Oh, it looks gorgeous, that does. For all our vegetarian vegan friends out there, don't look.
You can't. That's so good.
But as Meaty says, look.
I had that in a sandwich, and
mate.
Basically I said to the guy who was manning that stall, I said, just give me that in between two pieces of bread.
And what kind of bread did you get?
Well, I made an error with the bread.
Oh.
So I went for ciabatta.
Oh, okay.
No, I actually threw most of the bread away in the end because it didn't work, and I just ate the pig.
I mean, it happens. When you've got that much good meat, you don't need to waste time on bread.
I've got a lot of good meat.
Right, that looks fabulous. You made me really hungry
now. Anyway, so yeah, so.
No wonder you enjoyed your day. You were eating that. You'd taken a wonderful view, not really appreciated it until later. Great.
That was a good day. That was a good day.
Like a wonderful day. I'm glad.
It was.
There's some gorgeous photography as well. I mean, your pig just looks tasty. But yeah, the landscape photo is a piece of it's just gorgeous. Well done. And what I do like actually, there will be when I first saw it, there's another bridge in the foreground, in front of the Tower Bridge.
Yeah, that's
and it looked like the Tower Bridge was really small on top of the foreground bridge. And then I thought of a Father Ted quote. Perspective, Dougal.
Everyone...
Cow close, cow far away.
Everyone gets their own joy from each picture, eh?
Absolutely. The joy of missing out in your moment. Oh, very good, mate. I like that picture.
So that's that.
I'll definitely share that. Good work. Nice. So that's everything, I guess, isn't it? Was there anything else we need to do this week?
I think you should. Tell us about the socials.
Should we do the socials? Well, we've got all that tidied up recently, actually. We've got a new logo to complement our socials. We must mention, actually. We had a joint effort on a new logo, graphic, icon, branding sort of thing. So I made sure that's up to date across our Facebooks, Verbal Diary Show, our Twitter, Verbal Diary Show, the website, verbaldiary.show. They're the main ones, but we're also now available on Spotify. How exciting.
Fancy.
I know. We're getting all official now, aren't we? Fancy. I'm still trying to work out the Google podcast thing. There's something weird about that, but we will get that sorted at some point. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm listening to you doing the socials.
Okay. So, yeah, you can edit the crap bits out of this.
It's going to be hard work.
I'll take you the whole show down. No, so, yeah, you can get hold of us on that, and individually, you can get a hold of me at Sci. I won't be looking at it much, obviously, but I will be catching up every now and then. Or you can get hold of James on at Nautals. And tell him about his image and what you think of it as well.
Cool.
Is that it?
Are we done?
I think we're done.
We're done.
Mic drop.
That was a bit messy.
It was a bit.